That loss is real, it deserves respect, and it will not be minimized. But your job is not to measure grief or to assign moral blame. It's to answer a very specific legal question of whether or not the state has proven those allegations and all those elements in the indictment that you just saw beyond a reasonable doubt. That standard exists for moments like this, exactly like this, because there can be no rush to judgment here. Now, the prosecutor laid out her theory of the case and what she believed the evidence would show, and there were a lot of assumptions in that theory. What she did not say, and what we believe the evidence will show, is that there are no eyewitnesses to this offense. Nobody's going to testify that said they saw Christopher Preciado pull a trigger with any sort of intent or deliberation. There's no video evidence of this crime that took place. You're not going to receive any blood spatter evidence that implicates him in this capital murder. There's no DNA evidence that's going to implicate him of capital murder. The evidence will show you're not going to find any evidence of fingerprints of any kind that would implicate him in this capital murder. And there's going to be no gunshot residue evidence that puts a gun in his hand on the date of the offense. You may hear opinions, you may hear interpretations, but opinions and interpretations, even beliefs, are not enough. And the law draws a distinction between beliefs, even experienced beliefs, and what the evidence will show and what is needed to prove something beyond a reasonable doubt. You will hear or may hear that my client gave a statement to the police, but he did not confess to a crime. He did not admit to shooting anybody deliberately. He described a chaotic situation, a drug transaction gone wrong where a gun is pulled on him by the drug dealer, a struggle, and then chaos when shots are fired after that. That is not capital murder.